Lorley. I'm sorry for saying your name wrong. Last question. This is kind of what we just spoke about in the episode a little bit, but how do I grieve the loss of my mom? I barely remember. She passed when I was 9 and she witnessed it.
Probably a lot of trauma there. You have to grieve the mother you have. And this is just as true for you and I too. We have to grieve the parent we had, and we have to grieve the parent we didn't get.
I think that feature.
We didn't get those years with them. We didn't get the memories. We didn't get the fights. We didn't get the annoyances. We didn't get the love. So much we missed. And we have to grieve all of that, probably for the rest of our lives. And I think that's a really tough thing that, whether it's you, I, or her, those early losses sit deep within us. And they are going to be there for the rest of our lives. And I think one of the hardest things in my journey is to realize it doesn't matter how many amazing women I meet or how many women I can get that make me think about, oh, this friend's like my mom would have been, or that person's caring like my mom. And there will never be a replacement for my mom.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I think
it's tough.
I think for me, what works for me now, 20 years later, are those conversations, the way you were working things out in your mind of kind of the perspective shifts and looking at it this or looking at that works for me now because I think I'm at a place of whatever you want to call it that allows me to have those conversations and almost forced perspectives and have that conversation. Oh, I had her for 9 years. Oh, I still have this. Oh, I still have that. I mean, it might be a lot harder when you're in the shit, but I think, like you said, that you're seeing the hope after loss through like someone like you who's living it and plenty of other people. Yeah, I think if you just hold on to that faith, you're going to get to a certain point, but it does take some proactivity, I think. It's just, I don't think it's just going to happen.
Right.
But you need some patience to get there. David, thank you again. That was awesome. I know a couple of those people are going to be happy you got those questions. I don't want to bombard you.
And I hope the person who's like, oh, your grief book, I get it. Yeah. There's propaganda out there. I always joke about it's a strange thing in this world. I've had to learn getting the word out. And there's another word for getting the word out that I disdain called marketing. And I've learned people market with their good ideas, and some organizations or groups market against a good idea. And there's some people who love putting out propaganda that's just not true about Kubler Ross. So I'm grateful the person asked the question and I got to answer it.
Yeah, I feel like I see that a lot, and it confuses me when people ask that question because I thought it was kind of clear, but...
No, there's people out there clearly saying, this is what's wrong with her. Here's our idea.
Yeah, without looking, it's like they just had the question on the surface without...
Yeah, they're trying to pass off another idea, and that's anti-marketing.
Yeah, that's kind of the way of the world, and so I'm not going to go political, but that's a whole other thing. Hey,